I hate this place. You want to get a drink?
What happened to Dry Fall?
Dry Fall.
What an amazing show.
Thank you.
It is darling, it is sweet, it is sad, it is funny. It got me in every aspect.
I'm so glad.
Nice.
Yes. I mean, speaking of people who go way back, what do you remember about your first impressions of each other?
Oh, that's a good question.
Wow.
I feel like I remember the first thing I remember you seeing was your audition, and you did your bit where you're the guy with silver face paint.
Oh, yeah.
Which is so inappropriate, I can't even repeat what the bit is here. But I just remember thinking, that guy's really weird.
This was late 90s stuff.
Different times.
Different
Still
time.
inappropriate then.
Yeah, not okay for broadcast, but really funny.
Yeah.
And that's all, like, that's my main memory was, like, you auditioning.
It's really interesting also from my end. I knew her watching SNL. So it's very interesting when you come in and meet somebody in person that you have so much respect for and have laughed at. So I think it took me a long time to not get all nervous around you.
But then also maybe like have an idea of what they're like, and it either, do you know what I mean? Like you're like, oh man, yeah.
Well, I think also just working at SNL for so long, I feel like I don't even know how I know you, but I just like know you because you're at work and you stay up all night. And it's not like we hung out outside of work, except like occasional like group SNL things.
I don't think I hung out with anybody outside of work for like 5 years.
Yeah, you see someone at 3 or 4 in the morning 100 times, you just feel like you know them. You see someone like pick up a meatball with their hands, and that's me I'm talking about, not Will. At 4 o'clock in the morning, you're like, I know you. I've seen you from how you came in when you were freshly showered till you went home and you had crust in your eyes. Like,
oh my gosh. Speaking of not appropriate for broadcast, what did you guys think of the whole audience cursing on Weekend Update last week?
It's really funny. I just sort of like, well, what did she expect them to say? She set them up like,
I didn't see it.
Oh, it's really
What
funny.
happened?
Ego did this bit on Update where she's like in front of, she was basically saying,
Oh,
like,
where
I
she's
could do
saying,
it.
yes.
And she leads them in with like, most men aren't, and then they all said shit. And then it was really funny.
Which I got into like a wormhole about it. There might be like this FCC loophole where like you can't find the audience. So it's like,
No, how could you possibly? I'm sure they weren't trying to get them to say that, but it was.
Wait, isn't there some kind of like little miniature delay so they could?
There will be now.
it'll be bigger now. Quarterly group vacations with my friends sounds horrible. I love them. But
Well, it is made. This group travels a lot, and inevitably, it is sort of someone being like, "Why are we here?" Like, it's not like they travel that well together, but that is kind of. I do like to take. I will say though, I like to take friends on travel because I think it is fun. It's nice to have a buffer sometimes,
Right.
with your family.
yes,
Makes everybody stay on their best behavior.
that's true.
And I'm very optimistic about it because you got to keep trying because you never know what kind of magical experience could be there for the taking.
Yes.
But most of the time I have a pretty good time on friend group trips.
Do you travel in friend groups like that?
I used to do it a lot more. Now that I have a family, it's we're doing when we have that chunk of time, we'll do family vacations. But yeah, I used to do these big trips. But like I'm talking to my friend, Pete Hike.
I don't.
Pete Hike, one of the creators of the studio. Of
course.
He used to organize these huge, like, 60, 70 person trips, like New Year's trips to Paris.
Oh, wow.
Just amazing trips. So I know those are probably not the kind of trips you're talking about, but.
Mine are like mine's like the White Lotus or something. I don't know. No, I'm just kidding.
Two friends who hate each other.
I gotta wrap it up in a second, but when I was going in my wormhole, and I wasn't a journalist back then, so I want to ask now. People gravitate towards different characters and probably come up to you guys and quote all kinds of different things. And when I was doing the research for this, I kept quoting Kelly from Parks and Rec, who wanted to put Twilight in the time capsule. It's like I don't know why, just shut up, Kelly, make me Bob, like kills me every time. But it made me wonder why you and Amy never swapped and went on 30 Rock or Parks and Rec, and if that was intentional.
I mean, we never, at one point I think I approached Greg Daniels to see if they would ever cross over with The Office, and he said no thank you. He said that I think The Office was too hyper-realistic to cross over. And there is actually a thing where Steve's character comes to New York and thinks he sees me and it's Miriam Tolan. It's like a whole whatever. But,
Oh yeah, that's,
but I don't know, except probably that we both were just like buried under having young children, and we shot in New York and Parks shot in LA. But yeah, we should have crossed over for sure. They should have met at an airport and like had like fought over a waffle in an airport.
A waffle and some whipped cream. Well, thank you guys so much, and congrats on Coyote vs. Acme. I'm
Thank
so
you.
glad it got saved. Oh my
so
God.
excited.
Thank you, Ketchup.
Oh, that sun. Oh, it's gonna be hot on that boat.
There we go.